This is Wendell Waters and
Chris Stevens.
We are coming to you live from the Chapman Way Lowe Pond Boardwalk that was just put in Boxford.
This is Wendell in the Wild's meditation moment. Listen how quiet it is out here.
The boardwalk was just put in recently. We're going to take you on a little trip across it. We don't know what, if anything, we're going to see today. We're just going on an adventure.
Yeah. It's our field trip out of the office.
Exactly. Since the snow fell a couple days ago, we don't know if we're going to see much in the way of tracks, but we do have some dog tracks.
Yeah, those we know.
Those we know about. So this is off Chapman Way. We parked on Chapman Way, and now we're coming across the boardwalk. This was a project that BTA Bolt of Boxford undertook fairly recently, and we're going to show you why. This is a brand new boardwalk. So what we have over here on the right, I believe this is the Beaver Lodge.
Look at this.
There's
Shall we
the
knock and see
lodge.
if anyone's home? That is quite a work of art.
I think they probably know we're here already
They
without
probably
knocking.
do.
That's my guess.
They probably do. They're hunkered down.
Now, a lot of people might not know. If you look down here, we're not seeing, scores of beaver tracks, are we? Down here near the lodge.
No.
Beavers come and go underneath.
So they swim up from under the water,
Yeah.
correct?
Yes, they're
that's what I
underwater
thought.
and they swim up into the lodge.
Yeah.
So here's why we have this new boardwalk. Over here, there was another boardwalk. It was much lower. Now it's part of the Beaver Dam.
You can see, we'll show you parts of it. You can still see
if we
parts
go down
of
here
it.
just a little bit further, you can still see remnants of the other boardwalk.
And I love how the fact that the Beavers just said, "Oh, thank you for putting this in for us.
Right.
We're just going to incorporate this. This will make a lovely dam for us."
A little infrastructure they got to use. Let's get down here a little bit so you can see it better. Right there.
I mean, it kind of serves you guys right.
So what happened was this was getting flooded out too much. So what they did was they created a taller boardwalk, not taller, higher up off the water.
And made, like they use sometimes down in the I was going to say in the Caribbean, they'll use things to create reefs. They'll sink something.
Yep.
And it will create a natural reef. So this is nice that they left this boardwalk here for the beavers to turn into
They sort of took it over, didn't they?
Natural dam.
Yeah.
Because they've definitely incorporated it into their neighborhood.
They did. And you can see it goes all the way across.
Yeah.
There.
They've done some serious work on this.
And if you continue down the boardwalk, there are a couple of really neat things here that BTA Bolt figured in. You have a nice bench here.
Yep.
Which we could sit on, and it kind of hangs out over the water.
Although it's covered in snow.
It is covered in snow. And then down a little bit further here, I love this sound of the crunching under your boots. Isn't it lovely? And if you go a little bit further, there's a lovely little bench right over here. It's on the other side that's S-shaped
So
that you
can
could
sit on
sit.
both sides.
And check out the view.
Yeah, it's not bad. What is the name of this? Do you know this little body of water?
It's Lowe Pond.
Lowe Pond. It is beautiful. If you haven't been out here, it's worth the effort. It's really beautiful.
There aren't a lot of birds calling today,
You
but we
can
do
hear
hear
a
a
few.
few.
Listen to that.
It's very relaxing, isn't it?
It's awesome.
Yeah. Now, the reason we decided to come out here in the middle of the winter as opposed to in the spring, we were hoping to see some beaver activity. A lot of people don't know that beavers are actually busy all year. They don't take the winter off. The lodge, the dam need constant repair if anything happens. Constant upkeep.
Well, they're certainly at the mercy of the elements, more so than most of us, because they're literally living in the water, on the water.
That's right. That's right.
So any sort of storm would probably literally rock their world.
It could impact them. That's right. Plus, you don't know what wildlife is coming by. People are coming by. We think maybe there are some deer tracks coming down over here.
Yeah, they look like they're probably deer tracks. Something similar.
Let's go down a little bit further here and see.
There were some ducks out here playing in the water. Yeah, they got something over there. They're getting lunch.
Are they busy?
Yeah.
We'll have to come back here, Chris, again.
I was thinking we'll have to come back in the spring. First of all, to show the difference, and we'll see everything blooming and blossoming and see what's running in the water, if anything. You know, the water is really clear here. It's really quite beautiful. So if there's any sort of fish or frogs or pollywog eggs or anything in the spring, we might be able to find some.
We'll find them.
Yeah, that would be fun. And just to see the changing of the seasons, this would be a great place to sort of monitor that. Have you ever seen a beaver?
Yes.
I have too. They're fun.
They are.
They're really kind of neat. They're really kind of neat animals.
They're beautiful. Love that bird.
I know.
I actually don't know what that is.
I'm not sure what it is either. I feel like I should know. I'm not as up on my bird calls. I know chickadees and blue jays and robins, but I don't know what that
So I guess I would say Chris is taking a photo of me. If you haven't had a chance to come out and experience this, do come out when you get a chance.
And it's beautiful. The snow's not too deep. The weather is, you know, come out on a sunny, clear day. And you never know who you might see or what you might see.
That's
I mean,
right.
It's really quiet. It's really still. I wouldn't be surprised if you were here long enough. You might see a deer. You might see a beaver. You might see almost anything.
Sure.
And look at the designs in the ice.
And the ice formations, yes. It's beautiful all the way around.
Yeah, it really is.
And kudos to BTA Bolt and the other organizations that worked with them to get this boardwalk built. Because the trail was regularly flooding out over the other boardwalk.
So how does this trail go up and around? Have you followed it?
It keeps going.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's it. In the summer too, we'll go a little further down the trail.
It's part of a larger trail system, which is why they got the state involved. I'm going to show you the sign over here, which says exactly what organizations were involved in getting this done. The DCR's Recreational Trails Program was part of it. BTA Bolt has been working really hard to connect the trails that come through town.
Nice.
So it's a continuous run.
It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it when communities do that. And then, of course, when you get something like the rail trail and they all connect up together, that's even more exciting.
All right.
Good, yeah. Thank you for joining us out here on our walk in the wild.
And we'll come back again in the spring.
Yeah, can't wait.
Bye.